And Virgo, what do we have for my Virgos this month? December. Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Let's see. What do we have for you guys here? For Virgo for December 2025. What do I have for you guys here? I feel like for you guys, Virgo, um, for the rest of this month, I think that things are going to start to feel a lot more balanced within your life, within your relationships. I think that things have been a little bit out of whack. I don't know if you guys maybe Virgo. I think this leans a little bit more into your relationships where there may have been a level of overreaching and overgiving and overdoing, to the people in your life. And I think it is based a little bit, to overreaching towards men, if this is like, for my Virgo females out there. But I think that as a whole, collectively, Virgo in general, you guys have this energy of, giving, right? Maternal, you're feeding this, the love you have for people by like showing up, doing acts of service, maybe you're really working overtime for these people, okay? And while that's great, it's nice, sometimes people do deserve it. It's amazing. I think that lately, Virgo, you guys have been overgiving and overreaching a little bit, and that can cause a little bit of burnout for yourself, but that can also in turn, you know, unbalance the scales of your relationship of, the give and take, the push and pull that you have with the people in your life. And people can be really easy to take. Very, very easy. Like once you start giving, and they see like, oh, this is what my Virgo has to offer me. Great, love it. They'll just take it because you're offering it to them, you're giving it to them. And sometimes people can get a little greedy and they can take a little more than necessary and they can continuously keep taking and taking and taking, but that doesn't mean that they're giving back. That doesn't mean that they're rebalancing the scales and they're feeding that to you, right? And I think for some of you Virgos, this is specific, a specific relationship or situation for you guys where you have that relationship and maybe you're starting to realize and notice like, what the hell, where's my justice, where's my payout, like why am I not getting, again, like my justice? Why am I not getting, that balance of like what I owe and what I deserve, because you're noticing your hard work, you're seeing the hard work that you're putting in, but it's just not paying out. It's not coming out to you guys. And this is causing a lot of unhappiness, a lot of maybe even sadness, irritation. There's no celebration for this type of behavior, right? So you kind of have this energy about you now where, there isn't anything happy to celebrate. There isn't, anything good going within these relationships because you're starting to feel that pull of, whoa, this is out of alignment. This is out of whack. What the hell is going on? So this month for you guys, Virgo, in December, I think that you guys taking that step back and noticing the difference here of what are you giving versus what are you getting? How much are they taking versus how much are they giving? And I think that this is going to help you rebalance and realign yourself for the future and for, with this relationship of, over giving and overreaching. And I think that this month you'll be breaking that cycle and you'll be breaking that habit of, overextending yourself, overexerting yourself, just doing too much. And again, it's great. It's great that you have this, vibe about you where you want to care and you want to give and you want to love and you want to show up for those that you care about because like, as Virgos, like when you guys care about somebody, you really care about these people. But you want to make sure that it's balanced and it's fair because you can give all you want, but you have to make sure that you're getting that back also. So break that cycle of the overreaching, don't overextend. Like remember the people that you're communicating with and the people you're talking with, they're capable of things themselves. They're capable of independence. They're also capable of showing up for you, for doing things for you. So you want to make sure that that's happening because if it's not, what are you really being left with? Not a whole lot, right? And it's like, kind of look at it as like as a job, which this kinda sounds a little heartless, but, it's really not because, everything we do is like some level of work that we're putting in, but if you look at it as a job, you show up to work every day and you work hard at work. What do you get in return? A paycheck? You're getting paid. You get benefits. You show up, put in your work, and you get something reciprocated back for that hard work. And that's the same with your relationships is you should look at it as I'm showing up, I'm working, I'm giving my love, I'm giving my attention. How am I getting paid back? Am I getting that love and attention back? Am I getting that caring back? Am I getting that effort and that support back? And if you're not, there's an issue. So this is a month for you guys, I think, of, recognition and understanding of how much you've been doing, how much you've been giving, and what areas in these relationships need to be rebalanced and, redefined here.